I know how it feels when you scroll through glossy pictures of a treadmill that promises a marathon-ready experience, only to find the machine feels cheap or the app is a nightmare. I spent weeks reading forum threads, watching unboxing videos, and cross-checking the iFIT membership terms before I finally tried the NordicTrack Commercial 1750 with the Pro Annual Plan. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When the box arrived, the first thing I noticed was how heavy the packaging was. The Commercial 1750 isn't a piece of furniture you can just pop out of a closet. The assembly instructions are surprisingly clear, but you still need a couple of friends or a sturdy dolly to get the treadmill onto its base. Once it's upright, you'll need at least a 6-foot by 3-foot space and a power outlet that can handle a steady draw. The unit pulls a noticeable amount of electricity when the motor runs at higher inclines, so a dedicated circuit is worth considering if you live in an older house. The day-to-day experience revolves around the 10-inch touchscreen that doubles as the hub for iFIT Pro. If you're the type who loves a guided run, the integration feels natural. You can pick a scenic route through the Scottish Highlands, a studio class led by an Olympian, or a HIIT session that syncs the treadmill's incline and speed to the instructor's cues. The content streams in real time, which means you need a reliable Wi-Fi connection. I noticed a brief hiccup when my router rebooted, and the treadmill paused the class until the signal returned. In my kitchen, that pause felt odd, but for most users it's just a reminder that the experience is heavily tied to the internet. What sets the Pro membership apart from the basic iFIT offering is the sheer volume of live and on-demand studio classes. There's a weekly schedule of new workouts, and you can filter by trainer, difficulty, or even mood. I tried a sunrise jog in Bali with a trainer who talked about breathing techniques, and the treadmill automatically adjusted the incline to simulate hill climbs at the right moments. That level of immersion is something you don't get on a treadmill that only shows speed and distance. The advanced metrics tracking also pulls data from the built-in sensors and syncs it to the iFIT app, so you can see heart rate zones, cadence, and even calorie burn over weeks. For anyone who likes to see trends and set long-term goals, the dashboard is a genuine time saver. However, the value proposition hinges on how you intend to use those features. The annual Pro membership costs $396 plus tax after the first year, and it auto-renews unless you cancel. If you're the kind of person who will actually log in 3 to 4 times a week, follow live classes, and explore the World Run library, the subscription quickly pays for itself in motivation and variety. If you're more of an occasional jogger who just wants a treadmill to warm up for a quick run, the membership becomes an extra expense you may never fully utilize. The treadmill itself will still run without iFIT, but you'll miss out on the guided experiences that make the Commercial 1750 feel like a personal training studio. Another hidden trade-off is the reliance on the iFIT ecosystem for firmware updates and new features. NordicTrack pushes updates over the air, which is convenient, but it also means you're dependent on the company's server uptime. When they rolled out a UI refresh a few months after my purchase, the older version of the app on my tablet stopped syncing, and I had to reinstall everything. It wasn't a deal-breaker, but it added a step that some users might find frustrating if they're not comfortable troubleshooting software. Who should buy this package? If you're building a dedicated home gym, have a stable internet connection, and love the idea of being coached by a rotating roster of elite athletes, the Commercial 1750 plus iFIT Pro feels like a natural extension of that commitment. It also works well for families where different members can sign into their own profiles and get personalized workout recommendations. The system remembers each user's history and suggests new classes accordingly. Fitness enthusiasts who thrive on community challenges and leaderboards will find the live studio classes especially motivating. Who should skip it? If your primary goal is simply